The final concert of the Bach Concert Series will take place on June 6th, Sunday, 4 p.m. at Christ Lutheran Church, 701 South Charles Street in the Inner Harbor. Joining me in the studio is T. Herbert Dimmock, music director for the whole shebang. Nice to see you, and congratulations on a great series.
It's been a great year, and we look forward to finishing with some of the wonderful music that we haven't done yet.
The most famous Bach motet, Jesu meine Freude, was it written for his postman or something like that?
Yeah, it was written, that's right, written for a funeral. Mm-hmm. Of course, he only wrote, well, it depends on how you count. We tend to say 6 motet, but some people number, there's Jesu meine Freude, if you count that, that's 7, and there's another fragment that maybe his father wrote, that's 8. But anyway, there aren't many of them. The difference between the motets and the cantatas, by and large, is that the motets are only for chorus, a cappella, or with instruments calla parte,
Right.
in other words, just doubling the choir.
Sure.
There are not individual instrumental parts that you have to have like you do in the cantatas.
These have an archaic feeling to them, and it almost feels like Bach is writing in the old style.
And indeed, it was the old style, which is probably why there's so few motets. Another reason why there's so few compared to the cantatas.
Right.
You know, Bach's at the end of the Baroque, as it turned out, but he's looking ahead. And in his lifetime, you know, in the cantatas, there's more and more things that would have been modern for his day.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
highly instrumental, concertized music in the middle of these church pieces.
And music much more decorative and less austere in some ways
Right,
than
right.
what this
It's
is.
just completely exuberant, full of dance.
Yeah. Now, despite the fact that this is written for a funeral, this is ebullient and beautiful
Oh,
and
it's just-
serene. And
Yeah,
I mean, put it at my funeral, frankly.
right. There's so many ways to analyze. Jesu meine Freude is an astonishing gem. It's chiastic. I mean, you go from the middle and to the outer edges, and there's mirror images coming in, and these gorgeous, gorgeous moments. You know, a trio of voices and a quartet. And mostly it's in 5 voices, you know, but these gorgeous, gorgeous moments, they're just so beautiful. It almost makes me cry thinking about it.
It is transcendent. Also on the docket that day, cantata number 59, Whoever Loves Me Will Keep My Commandments. This is a cantata for solo voice. Which voice is it?
It's soprano and bass. Of course, for Bach, the soprano would have been the soul, and the bass would have been God or Jesus. And so whoever loves me keeps my commandments. You can sense almost immediately there's going to be a dialogue amongst these two singers of, if you will, commandments and law, and the souls striving to keep these commandments.
I noticed that way back in October you did cantata number 140, which has almost a very similar dialogue.
Yes, it does. It
Was
has
this
an
an accident? Or
No.
did you want to
Soprano
bookend
bass
this?
duets is one of Bach's signatures.
Interesting.
And it is inevitably done for that reason.
Sweet. Well, this is going to be Sunday, June 6, 2010, your final chance to go to hear the Bach Concert Series at Christ Lutheran Church, 701 South Charles Street at the Inner Harbor. These are all masterpieces, and it's just been a pleasure talking about them with you this whole season. BachinBaltimore.org on the web, and 410-752-7179 on the phone. T. Herbert Dimmock, congratulations, and I hope we'll be talking about this again next year.
Yeah, me too. That I hope when you said the final concert, you meant of the season.
Of the season.
Of the season.
Exactly.
Right. Thanks, Jonathan.
Bach endures. Thanks very much.